The Star Wars Jedi Knight games are some of the best Star Wars games I have played. The games themselves saw a great evolution with a focus on first-person shooting with the first Dark Forces game, then combining both shooting and lightsaber combat with Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, and then doing an upgraded version of that with Jedi Outcast, and then going all in on the Jedi abilities with Jedi Academy. These games are truly special, and something that should be preserved for new players to enjoy them, along with older fans being able to enjoy a favorite of theirs. Jedi Outcast does a great job at starting you in one spot and providing new things to the player. The game starts out as a shooter with a focus on using different blasters against your enemies. The design of the game will even have you wandering around the environments trying to figure out where to go next and then finding secrets. This is an older design and something that honestly might feel a bit fresh compared to some of the linear roller coasters that we have in games today. The shooting, while enjoyable on the initial PC release, it does have some issues that we'll get into later in this video. What is good about the shooting are the over-the-top death animations and the sounds from the weapons. I really did like how Jedi Outcast starts out as a shooter and then transitions into a third-person action game. The first couple of levels are only focused on shooting combat. Once you obtain your lightsaber, then the game gets even better. The lightsaber combat is still great here. Cutting through enemies like they are nothing is really satisfying. The game even has some fun dismemberment with the combat. You can use your different stances to fight other Sith. When people think back on this game, they tend to really focus on the part where you get the lightsaber. You also have a nice variety of force powers to use, like Force Push, Lightning, Grip, and Mind Trick. The combination of the lightsaber and the powers really sells the power of being a Jedi. While I still think that Jedi Outcast is a great game, I do think that the PS4 and Switch port can be a bit of a mixed bag. The biggest issue I had with it is aiming and shooting does not feel properly optimized for the controller. The shooting was never the strongest aspect of Jedi Outcast, and it had its issues, but the precision with the keyboard and mouse did help that a lot. Using the controller feels imprecise. The game will indicate that I can shoot someone, but I will continually miss based on how the controls worked and how inaccurate some of the basic weapons are. I felt like I was continually fighting the game as I was playing it. This makes for a frustrating experience when you are using only the guns. Thankfully, controls are not an issue when you're using the lightsaber. The lightsaber on the Switch and PS4 work great, but you need to get through the first few levels using only guns to get to this point. And this is going to be a potentially bad opening for anyone who has never played this game. The game also gives you access to its cheats and allows you to be able to get the lightsaber from the first level. On the PS4, this does disable trophies, which could be a problem for some. But if you're playing on the Switch, then I would almost recommend just putting in the cheat codes to get the lightsaber right away. I think when this company releases the port of Jedi Academy next year, I think it will fare much better on consoles, since the main focus is on the lightsaber combat and the force powers. The reliance on shooting with the poor controls makes Jedi Outcast a frustrating experience for the first few levels. The controls need to be tightened and made better. I do not know the amount of work that would be needed to optimize the controls for a controller, but that would be greatly appreciated if the developers patch that in. The shooting just feels inconsistent and not fun. I also experienced an odd glitch where I would reload my save and then get stuck in the map. I do think this port could have benefited from a quick save button on the controller. This is a game where you could die and lose a lot of progress, especially because the game does not have many checkpoints. Manually saving continually can make for a tedious experience, so I think a quick save button would have been a great addition. On the PS4, they can put the quick save button on the unused touchpad. An odd omission is also that the multiplayer is not included within this port. I wish at the very least that they left in the bot modes from the multiplayer, as those would be fun additions here. Even with these issues, Jedi Outcast still provides a lot of fun for $10. Just know that the game is extremely better when you're using the lightsaber. Thanks for watching.